Hi everyone, my name is Miranda and today is a very big day in the Fifth Wave fandom because as you may or may not already know, Chloe Grace Moretz has been cast in the movie version of the Fifth Wave as the main character Cassie, and what's most surprising to me is that there has been little backlash online about Chloe's casting. I'm gonna be honest, I tried reading the Fifth Wave about a year ago when it first came out. I was hearing such great things about it. Everyone was like, oh, it's gonna be the new Hunger Games, so addictive, 5 stars, A+, all that great blah blah blah. And I was like, this is awesome, this is just what I need. My Virgin was ending in the fall, I really need a new book series, and I was like, yes, this is perfect. And then I read it. And I'll grant that it was not a good time of the year for me to be reading it. It was very hot in my school because we don't have air conditioning. So I was not in the best mood when I was reading it, and I did not have the patience or the tolerance to sit through 50 pages of nothing happening to get to the last 100 pages of action. So I didn't even make it through the whole book. I was just so irritated with it and so like just everywhere I turned, everyone was like, this book is the most fabulous thing ever. And I was like, did we read the same book? What's going on right now? Okay, the one thing I remember from that book is that really creepy guy who would try and flirt with her like every single second he got, and I think he had like greasy hair or something. And then when the humans came, she was like, oh, I'll go find this kid because he's missing, and she runs over and the kid's like, he says something in code, I think, and then the officer just shoots him right in the face and she's like, oh no! That's the only thing I remember from the book in vivid detail. And when they announced that they were making it in a movie, I was just kind of like, woo! I felt like there were honestly so many more books that could have been made into movies that I like better. Under the Never Sky, Mara Dyer, even Legend, which I know is supposedly being made into a movie, but who knows when. So I was just really like, I was like, okay. I wasn't not looking forward to the movie, but it wasn't like high up on my list of this needs to come out right now. And then when they cast Chloe in the part, I was like, wait just a second, because from the little that I gathered of the Fifth Wave, Chloe actually matches the description of Cassie very well, which is surprising because when Shailene Woodley and Jennifer Lawrence were cast as their two characters, Trish and Katniss respectively, they looked really like nothing like their characters. As much as I love J-Law and Shay, they did not look like their characters in real life. So there was a lot of hair dye and a lot of imagination involved in those casting choices. Once I saw that Chloe was cast as Cassie, whoa, that's a sentence, isn't it? Chloe was cast as Cassie, Chloe was cast as Cassie. I was like, she fits her so well. She doesn't need any hair dye. I don't need to use any of my imagination. And the weirdest part, she's actually a teenager. What? Jennifer Lawrence, I believe, was 21 when she was cast as Katniss, so now she's like 23, and I'm not sure how old Shailene Woodley is. She might be like 22, 23 maybe. So they're not that old, but they're not teenagers, so we don't get the same impression of these young children out fighting wars and shooting guns and all that. Like, really the impression that we get in the book, we don't really get the same exact thing in the movie, as great as the movies are. But the fact that Chloe is only 17, which is 1 year older than Cassie is, I think this will make it a really strong, important film because we'll see this young girl who's fighting for her life, and it's going to be a lot different, I feel like, from what we've seen before. Not better, just different. And the best part is that, like Shailene Woodley and Jennifer Lawrence, Chloe can actually act. I've loved her as an actress for many years now, which I know is creepy because she was like 14 when she started, but her in Hugo, I wanted to see her in Carrie, but unfortunately horror movies gave me the heebie-jeebies, so I couldn't. Saw her in Diary of a Wimpy Kid when I was in like 7th grade, oops. I actually just saw an interview with her on Jimmy Fallon, so I am basically in all Chloe mode right now. I am really excited, and her casting even has me thinking about rereading the book, which is something I swore I would never do. And it's ironic because I actually read The Darkest Minds around the same time, and I was like, these books both suck. Darkest Minds I could give another chance, but Fifth Wave, never ever going back to that. And then today I was at Target, and I saw the Fifth Wave, and I picked it up. And I was like, what are you doing, Miranda? What are you doing? And then I was flipping through it, and I was like, should I try it again? Should I try it? So I think I'm going to put it on hold at the library and try to read it again. And actually the weather is getting a little warmer around here, so I should probably try and read it before I get really angry from all the hot weather, because I'm telling you right now, heat, it just makes me so angry. Like, I do not want to read a book that someone's like, oh, you have to be in the right mood to read it when it is 100 degrees out and I am sweating like a sinner in church. Just no, it's not happening. But now that Chloe has been cast as Cassie, I am really excited to see the movie, and I'm excited now to see who's going to be cast as Ben and Evan. Yeah, that's the love triangle, right? That's another reason why I hate the book. There was a love triangle. Do we need a love triangle in every book? Really? Really? hoping that because Chloe is on the younger side, they will also go for casting boys who are on the younger side. Hoping they'll get maybe like some unknown kind of actors, like Theo James, because Theo James is perfection. I mean, look at him. He's just gorgeous and perfect. The fan casts that I've been seeing around online don't really match well with Chloe, unfortunately. Like, I saw Colton Hayes for Ben, I think, which I really, really loved. I was like, I love Colton Hayes, but I don't think he'll look that good with Chloe, unfortunately. So now I have to think my entire fan cast in my mind. I'm just really excited now to see how this movie's going to turn out. I always love book to movie adaptations. Like, those are like my bread and butter. So now I can't wait for Fifth Wave to come out, which is just, I never ever thought I'd be saying those words in my life. I don't know exactly when it's going to come out, maybe like 2015, 2016. I haven't heard much about it online. Chloe is going to knock it out of the park. If you're worried about her, don't worry. There's just so many reasons that I think she's going to be a perfect Cassie, and I didn't even like Cassie that much. I didn't even like the story as much, and I'm now excited to see this. She can handle the emotional stuff. She is so kick-ass. I already have seen awesome fan videos where they place Chloe as Cassie in the Fifth Wave, and they look phenomenal, and the most important part to me, we're not going to need any hair dye, and she actually is a teenager. I'm actually really, really excited about this casting, and I didn't think I was going to be at all. When I saw that Chloe was kind of a fan favorite, I was like, oh yeah, I see her looking as Cassie, but I thought she was too well known. I thought they had to go for someone less well known for Cassie, but then I saw that she was offered the role, and now she has accepted, and I'm just so excited. She actually could become the new young adult queen. Sorry, Shailene Woodley, because she is going to be in If I Stay this summer, the movie adaptation of the Gail Forman book, which I know a lot of people love, and that's another book I tried reading and couldn't make it through, but I'm gonna go back to it, I promise. So I can't wait to see how Chloe's gonna handle this role. I feel like she's gonna do a really good job, and the fact that I haven't been seeing much backlash online kind of weirds me out, because when Shailene Woodley and Jennifer Lawrence were cast as Katniss and Trish, there was so much like reaction. Everyone was like, this is the worst! The world is ending! They're gonna ruin our movie! And Chloe comes out and is like, yeah, she's gonna be Cassie in the Fifth Wave, and everyone's just like, I accept it. So I don't know if that means the Fifth Wave fandom isn't that big, because like I said, I'm not involved in it, so I don't know how strong a presence they have, or if it's just that Chloe really does look like what they pictured for Cassie. I know she was a favorite fan cast, so I feel like that is mostly why, but the Fifth Wave doesn't have that big of a fandom. I'm interested to see how the movie's gonna do, because I believe this is gonna be a trilogy, so there's a possibility for 3 movies, but obviously it's gonna be 4, because they always split the last book in a series into 2 movies, so I'm just interested to see how this is gonna play out. I'm actually quite excited. But the important question is, what do you all think? If you've read the Fifth Wave, if you're like me and you kind of read it or you heard of it, leave your comments and your reactions down below. I'm just so excited that Chloe got cast, because I really love her. She's one of my favorite actresses. I think she's gonna do a great job, and hopefully you all do too. And hopefully we will be finding out who is playing Evan and Ben relatively soon, although I know they're probably having to go through the whole process of having Chloe read with every single one of them. I think it took at least 3 or 4 months from the time Shailene Woodley was cast to the time we found out Theo James was 4. Yeah, we're in for a bit of a ride right now, but that just gives me more time to reread the book. If I do reread it, and I literally can't stop talking about it, and I don't know why, because like I said, I didn't enjoy the book that much. But I wanted to share my reaction to Chloe's casting with all of you, because I think this is a really strong choice, and I want to hear all your reactions. So feel free to leave them down below. Like I said, thank you all for watching and listening to my ramblings. Miranda, and I will see you next time. Bye!